Recording in progress.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to our dear brand ambassadors who have signed in on Globally Changing Lives, Deep Dive. Today is Tuesday, May 16, 2023, and it's a very, very unique day for us on this webinar, and we are going to start by welcoming everyone with our signature tune, In It to Win It by Sister Larato Shadari. And it will be played by Dr. Derek, and then we'll proceed from there. Over to you, Dr. Derek. Thank you.
Did you do?
Come on. Maybe skin. Half comes up.
On Passive. On Passive, the future of internet.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Wow, thank you, Dr. Derek. On Passive, the future of internet. Yes, we have to stand clear the closing doors because there's no looking back forward ever. That's where we are. All right, the next thing we have on our agenda for the day is the talk about the mindset. And Dr. T is here to finish what she started last week and actually 2 weeks ago. And there are quite a couple of people who wanted to have the next 6 tips to help discover your maximum potential. And today is that day. She's going to do it for us. And just in case there's some people who do not know who Dr. T is, she is an international transformational speaker. She's a life coach, empowerment trainer. She's also a TV talk show host, and she's published 4 books, as well as editor and chief of Discovering You magazine. And Dr. T is going to talk about the mindset to us. Our CEO promised the physical, and she will talk to us about the mental. Over to you, Dr. T.
Over to me, Dr. T. I love that when you do that, Debbie. I love it when you do that, Queen Debbie. Thank you so very much. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, you wonderful, outstanding, fabulous brand ambassadors. I know everyone is excited today because you are $107 richer. Isn't that wonderful? As Dr. Benny would say, isn't that wonderful? I want to be like you when I grow up, Dr. Benny. Anyway, I'm excited today because we're going to go over again the 6 tips to help you discover your maximum potential. Last week, we talked about potential being power, a force, an explosion that leads to success. And I would like to quote for you from a very famous author and spiritual teacher by the name of Eckhart Tolle. He says, you do not become good by trying to be good, but by finding the goodness that is already within you. And the same thing is for potential. Potential is already in you. All you have to do is discover it and maximize it. You do not become good, as he said, by trying to be good, but by finding the goodness that is already in you. And the same thing applies to potential. Don't doubt yourself. You are more than enough. You are good enough. If you don't know that by now, then you need to reaffirm that. Reaffirm that you are good enough to do whatever you want to do in life, because life is too short to be paralyzed in self-doubt. So we're going to go over right now and cover the 6 tips. These are tips now, 6 tips to discover your maximum potential. The first one is start taking responsibility. When you start taking responsibility for all of the aspects of your life, you can begin to change any aspect of your life. It's all about taking complete ownership of your choices and how they influence your reality. When you take responsibility, you take back control. Okay, this seems to be very common knowledge, but it's not. This is not something that people always do. Okay, so taking responsibility by taking priorities, by setting priorities, embracing discomfort, staying disciplined, and wiping excuses from your vocabulary. Remember, whatever you are in your life, wherever you are in your life, that's on you. Even when it comes down to disappointments or things that you had nothing to do with, you are still responsible for how you respond. So number 1, take responsibility. Start taking responsibility for every aspect of your life. Number 2, Visualize your success and affirm your success. Seeing your future with your mind's eye, nearly every hyper successful person will tell you that this is what they do. They begin to visualize their success. One of the things I aspire to do is be able to speak all over the world in big stadiums, thousands of people. So sometimes Dr. T visualizes herself on a big stage and nothing but people as far as you can see them. I begin to visualize myself doing that. And that's what I want to encourage you all to do. Begin to visualize your success. Thoughts are things and things are thoughts. See it, believe it, and receive it. It's like the power of attraction. You all have heard of that, the power of attraction. Doing good things. When you think about the power of attraction, it draws those things to you. So when you begin to visualize it and begin to believe it, you begin to draw those good things to you. So again, visualize your success. That's number 2. Number 3, make a conscious choice to pursue personal growth. The decision to change and grow is a powerful tool that can help you move forward. Make a decision that you will start to pursue growth. Start reading self-help books, going on blogs, begin to stretch yourself. Get involved with groups like Deep Dive. Be around people of like minds. Begin to make a conscious choice of how to pursue personal growth. That is very, very important. Because when you pursue personal growth, that means that you are making your potential a reality. You begin to maximize where you want to go. So, but it's up to you to make a conscious choice to pursue personal growth. That's number 3. Number 4, take baby steps. Let me say that again. Take baby steps. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Rome was not built in a day. And we already know that Rome was one of the greatest empires during that time in history, but it was not built overnight. OnPassive was not built overnight. Now, many of us have been with OnPassive as a founder 4 years ago, but we already know that Mr. Ash started doing this way before you all may have met him. He had to put everything together, put his plans together. He began to visualize it. He began to speak it into existence way before you all became founders. So again, take baby steps. It creates a more realistic journey. Again, I'm going to say it again. It creates a more realistic journey when you take baby steps. It's easier to follow the roadmap. I begin to make a miniature list of the things that you want to accomplish. And I told you all this before, and I gave you all a webinar several months ago. We talked about having a dream board or a vision board. Begin to see yourself having these things go into existence. When you do that, begin to write these things down so that you can see yourself making progress. So again, take baby steps. Number 5, keep a success list. Make a list of all the things that you've accomplished. It's like getting an A for the first time. How many remember when you got your first A? When you got your first A, you were determined that you were going to do that again. Why? Because it felt good. So you want to continue that success. So this is number 5. Keep a success list. Begin to write down those things because we are our worst critics, but we should always be our greatest fans. I'm going to say that again. Sometimes we are our worst critics, but we need to learn to be our greatest fans. Okay? Remember that. Take and make a success list. And number 6, celebrate your victories. Celebrate your victories. As children, we celebrate every victory, no matter how small, from losing a tooth to finishing the last day of kindergarten. But as adults, we often forget to stop and celebrate our achievements. And this can be detrimental to your future success. It's important to remember that small steps make a big difference. So no matter what you've done, no matter what you've accomplished, begin to celebrate yourself. It doesn't matter if no one else sees what you did as grand. No matter what it might be learning a new language. It might be accomplishing a promotion on your job. It might be getting that first time buying a new home. It might be buying your new car that you've always wanted to do, always wanted to obtain. But remember, whatever you're doing, begin to celebrate your victories. Remember, we're looking at steps that you're going to accomplish to achieve and maximize your potential. So again, the last one is to celebrate your victories. When you celebrate your victories, you validate yourself and you begin to be your authentic self. Let me say that again. When you celebrate your victories, you validate you and experience your authentic self. So let me give you a recap of what we just covered. 6 tips to help you discover your maximum potential. Number 1, start taking responsibility. You are 100% responsible for all the choices that you make. Even when things go wrong, you still have a choice in how you respond to it. Number 2, visualize your success. In your mind's eye, begin to see yourself reaching your goals. Number 3, make a conscious choice to pursue personal growth. That means do the things you need to do to obtain knowledge, whether it be workbook, whether it be seminars, whether it be blogs, whether it be getting a life coach, whether it means being around people of like mind. Begin to do those things. Number 4, take baby steps. Remember, On Passive was not built overnight. So when you get ready on your journey, when you get ready to go on your journey of success, take small steps so they can be realistic to you, so you won't be overwhelmed when you begin to start this journey. And number 5, keep a success list. Begin to write down your accomplishments. When you do that, you'll find yourself being more encouraged, and you'll be able to accomplish those things that you set out to do when you make a list and go back and look at that list and say, this is what I accomplished, and you want to add more things to that list. And number 6, celebrate your victories. Begin and become your largest fan. You should be your biggest fan. If no one else celebrates you, you should celebrate you. And I believe that when you take these 6 tips and apply them to your life, it will help you to discover your maximum potential. Thank you very much for allowing me to share. Thank you.
Wow, Dr. T, you nailed it. You nailed it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Don't go away, because I know there are people who probably would like to have some clarification from you about those 6 tips to help discover your maximum self. So just hold on. So anyway, you heard Dr. T, right? Especially based on what we heard today. If you have any questions for her or any comment on her presentation, please, this is the right time to raise your hand before we move to the next segment of the webinar. Anyone who has questions for Dr. T on the 6 tips of discovering your maximum self, this is the right time to raise your hand and comment on it. Well, we are 149 of us and more still coming in. So can I assume you're thinking about it and you can bring it up later on? All right. If there are no questions for Dr. T. All right, Brother Wilton. Thanks for elevating us to the next level, Brother Wilton, at today's corporate webinar. Over to you.
Dr. T, good evening. How are you? I was driving when she started, so I parked and I was trying to copy the 6 steps. I think I videotaped the last 3.
Okay.
At later, if you could just go over the 6 again, so I need to have them in my reach so I can activate them.
Okay, I can go over them now. I can go over them now. Just do real quickly. I'll just state them. That's okay. Number 1 is start taking responsibility. Number 2, visualize your success. Number 3, make a conscious choice to pursue personal growth. And number 4, take baby steps. Number 5, keep a success list. And last but not least, number 6, celebrate your victories.
Appreciate it. I thank you.
Thank you.
I wish I was in your neighborhood. I would use you a lot because I'm
Okay.
always researching. I'm always looking for the next tier. I will tell you this much. I'm the kind of guy never quit. I never give up. It doesn't matter what you tell me. I know where I want to go, and I'm always gonna strive to go there. So hearing what you have said here, it just you just trigger me over, ignite me, because that's always what I want to do. No one can define you. No one can make you happier than yourself. No one can stop you more than you. So if we all develop that and realize that, take every negative comment, idea, and just elevate yourself above that, you are unstoppable. So thank you so much for always delivering. You are always on point, and today I could hear excitement in your voice. We all are excited. I am excited. I'm losing it, but in a good way. But thanks again for coming through.
Thank you very much, Milton. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. I know that you know your why, and you're on your way to the top. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Brother Wilton. And okay. We have Queen Gervie. I hope I pronounced your name properly.
Yes. Good evening, Dr. Tunisha.
Good evening.
You have done a wonderful presentation because we have goals that we want to accomplish, and without the right mindset, we'll never accomplish them. So when you feed the mind, you feed the body and the soul, and your points are well received, especially the one that says take baby steps, because too often we try to rush in the race of life, and sometimes we go too fast. But we must remind ourselves that take it slow, because with doing things slowly, you can build momentum. And I think you did a great presentation for success. And your motivation keeps us going. So I just want to encourage you to continue to encourage us so that we can have the right mindset and be in the right place at the right time.
Thank you so much for your encouragement. Those are words that I will carry with me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Welcome.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Queen Dr. Benny.
Thank you, thank you so much, Queen Debbie, for giving me this opportunity. Good evening to each and everyone. Everyone knows I'm excited, right? I'm excited. Anyway, I want to take this special moment to thank our God for bringing all of us together, because if it wasn't for him, you and I will not be here. But most importantly, he sent somebody to us. That person make us to be excited today. Are you guys excited? Oh yeah. All right, sorry. Dr. Tanisha, spectacular presentation. I mean, as always. I love your 6-point potential. But the one that I love the most is celebrate your victory. And I believe that each and everyone should be celebrating the victory at the moment, right?
Yes.
Well, so even if you don't celebrate, like myself, I will always be happy and I'll be smiling. And each and everyone knows that if you don't smile, look, if you're angry, you look older, huh? But when I smile, I'm good. Anyway, I'm excited because of what transpired this evening. I mean, this afternoon from our CEO. So I was expecting we have 158 brand ambassadors to raise their hands up and say something. But I'm shocked. But I hope. Anyway, thank you, Dr. Tanisha. I just want to say I love whatever you say here. I love your points and I respect you a lot. Thank you so much for coming. We hope to see you next week.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Dr. Benny. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Benny and Queen Garvey, who spoke earlier. And then I'll turn it back to Dr. T to thank her for her awesome presentation, as always. That was just straight to the point. All right, I'm not going to keep you all. I know everyone is excited about the next two things we have for you in store today. Now, we have someone who is going to talk to us, Queen Miriam. She is coming up next. And we know her. Some of us know her and some of us do not. She has some beautiful, juicy things to share, but let me just first of all introduce her to those who might be new in the forum or have not heard. It's just a little bit brief on who she is. Queen Miriam is married and lives in New York with her family. She is an IRS enrolled agent and a tax resolution specialist. She has a master's in accounting, an associate degree in theology, and also a student of Lisa Nichols and online campus. She's very passionate about helping humanity, not only with her expertise, but also on a social level. Please, without further ado, let's welcome Queen Miriam. I see her smiling at us. Over to you, Queen Miriam.
Everyone. Thank you, Queen Debbie. Thank you, Dr. Derek, for allowing me to speak on this platform. It's a privilege to share with you. And before I go into my presentation, just wanting to congratulate Dr. T on the 6 steps and just the chronological look at 4, baby steps, then 5, keep a success list, then 6, celebrate your victory. Because 4, if you make tiny steps, then those tiny steps will be victories. And though we may not be celebrating your victory, but you need to start celebrating your tiny victories. And then once they become bigger, you will appreciate what you have. So thank you, Dr. T. This is very informative. And for some of us who haven't started making our success list or having our vision board, you can start with a little piece of paper, and then you can get bigger, or you get one of those little boards. You may not have space in your home, but don't wait until you have space. Get a book and start writing down stuff, because whatever you write, you will remember. And whatever is not written, it's not important. So anything that is important in your life should be written on paper or on a board, but it should be visible, that we can go back to it and remind ourselves that's what we are. Okay, now this evening we are gonna look at a few things, just a tiny little presentation on preparing for the overflow. Now, I know for many of us, we are working for many years. For some of us on this platform, we may have just gotten our first job. And so some of us, we are, let me say for myself, drowning in debt because my liabilities are bigger than my assets. And working, we are looking forward to paying down our debts so we can experience a little overflow. So this evening, I'm just going to share just a few little tidbits that will help us to prepare for the overflow, whether it's a big windfall from a job or a big windfall from an investment or everything coming together with unpassive. If we don't prepare like those people who have earned or who have won the lottery, and in months they become poor again because they did not have a complete preparation in order to secure the investment they receive. So prepare for the overflow. And let me just put it in slide mode. Okay, preparing for overflow. Understanding the importance of planning for your overflow. Why? Why prepare? When opportunity meets preparation, there is a potential for many great things. And that is from a Roman philosopher, Seneca. If we prepare, we will be able to adapt, we will be able to gain, we'll be able to have something, or we'll be able to provide for what is coming our way. I'll use the analogy that I shared last week. This widow, she lost her husband and she had her children to take care of. And she went to her financial advisor, her spiritual advisor, Elisha. And Elijah instructed her to borrow a whole heap of material, a whole heap of jug. And of course, in the Queen's language, he asked her to borrow many vessels. So she followed instructions, she got the vessels, and she was told to pour oil, pour oil, pour oil. And of course, she had enough to feed her family, to sell, and to pay off her debts. So after that, she had overflow. So here we are learning from what happened ages ago, because everything that is written in the Bible are written for our example. So way back, we were instructed how we should prepare for overflow. Make preparation, gather stuff, put them in perspective, and then we can move forward. Ways to prepare for overflow. Sit down with your financial advisor. Like the widow, she inquired of her spiritual advisor and her financial advisor, because in those days, the prophet was most times in many different attributes. But now, get your financial advisor, sit down and go through stuff. They will be able to give instructions as to how to structure things to prepare for overflow. Identify all the outstanding debts. And what I'm sharing with you, this is something that my financial advisor instructed me. So I'm sharing from my personal experience. So identify all the outstanding debts. Because in order to prepare for overflow, you need to know what you have, or what liabilities you have, what assets you have. Set up strategies to pay down debts. Pay off the highest interest debt first. These are suggestions, of course, depending on where you are in the spectrum of things, depending on where you are in all of this paradigm. This may speak to you, or others may speak to you, because each of us have different information, each of us have different lifestyle, and therefore we have different debt to equity ratio just the same. Pay off the smallest debt first. So you rank them, depend on where you are, and you pay down first, because as Dr. T just said, make baby steps. So if you deal with one small debt, then you'll be so excited. Oh, I'm getting something done. So pay off the smallest debt first. Check if consolidation is right for you. There are many times you have debt in different places, and the little money that you're getting from the investment of your work are not enough to go around for all of them. So if consolidation is right for you, find out, get the information. So 5, 6 debts that you have consolidating together, and the interest rate may be even lower. So instead of paying 5 debts per month, you're actually paying 1 once you're able to consolidate. Don't leave your financial information, your finances to chance. Get down to the wire, to the minute detail, because in order to understand, in order to move from where you are, so your debt will come down and your equity or your assets will go up. Set goals and priorities. Like us ladies, we love nice things. We love to shop. Some of us, we love to do eye shopping. We go to the store and we think that that is so nice, I can get that. But if you set goals, you'd realize you can put it off. Delayed gratification. Okay, I like it, but I don't want to mess up the plan that I have right now. That is the short tidbit. Any more information I can expand on it another time, but for more information, you can check bankrate.com or forbes.com. So preparing for the overflow. Get those short points, sit down with your financial advisor, and you will be better able to prepare for the expansion that is coming in your financial way out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Queen Miriam. Don't go away. Yeah, you're under the weather, but with what has happened today, I think you can handle it. So, wow, all right. I was going to say it's time for questions and answers. I'm not even going to attempt to talk about your overflow, the preparation for overflow. You nailed it. I will just wait for our brand ambassadors to give their comments, questions, and discussions. And this is the time for that. What you think of the presentation of Queen Miriam on preparing for the overflow. So this is the right time for it. And I see that Dr. T has her hand up. And Dr. Benny, you can continue. Okay, after you, then you take over. So Dr. T, over to you.
Yes, thank you. Excellent presentation, Queen Miriam, as always. Very informative.
We can't hear you, Dr. T, or it's me. Okay.
Oh, I'm not on mute. I'm unmuted.
You're good. You're good. It's me.
Oh, okay.
Apologies.
Okay, no problem. Excellent presentation, Miriam, Queen Miriam, as always. But I have a concern that I just like to share. Now, you talked about consolidation. years ago, I was in a situation where I had some credit card debts, and I found myself hiring a company. I don't know if it was consolidation. Maybe you can lead. Maybe you can tell me what I did. It was a company where they instructed me not to pay my credit cards, and they were going to send out letters to see if they can negotiate either forgiving the debt or just letting me pay the principal and not the interest. What is that called? Do you know what I'm talking about, Queen Miriam? Do you understand what I'm asking you?
Yes.
Okay.
They do have companies like that, but for financial advisors, they would advise against that.
Thank you. That's where I'm going. That's exactly where I was going. I was going to tell everybody, don't do that. Do not do that. If you want to, like she said, if you want to have good credit, you can call the credit card companies yourself. Is that correct, Miriam?
Correct.
Them know, hey, listen, if you're having some financial problem, don't ignore them. Call and talk to them. I mean, how do you feel if you were trying to reach someone and they continue to ignore you, and it's important, they feel the same way. Remember now, the people who are behind those credit cards are human beings.
Correct.
I don't want you to ignore them. So therefore, call them and let them know you're in financial hardship and they can work with you. And that's how you.
Most times they work with you.
Yes, they will work with you. Yes. Okay. So I just wanted to add that because your presentation was excellent, but I just wanted to add that too. Stay away from those other companies who will sit there and tell you, don't pay the debt. Let them send them letters, because what they'll do is they'll tell you, don't pay the debt. And while you're not paying your debt, what's happening? Your credit score is getting worse.
Yes.
The debt is getting larger. So stay away from those things. Okay. So if those people come and say, I can help you get out of debt, run. Do not stop. Run. Stay away from those kind of people. So and Miriam agrees with me that we don't want to go that route.
That's a fact.
Right. Don't want to go that route. That's all I had to say. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. T and Queen Miriam, for responding to that. You got it from the expert in the house. So Dr. Benny, over to you, sis.
Thank you. Yeah, I believe after me, and then I'll control it. No
yes,
problem.
Please.
That's okay. Thank you. Outstanding, should I say magnificent presentation or anything, right? Queen Miriam, thank you so much. I think this is really important. There are a lot of people who don't really know what to do, especially when it comes to this overflow. I didn't know that much. Now, one thing that you make me to understand that I should pay the smallest debt first, right? Based upon the baby step of Dr. Tanisha. And you want us to what? To identify the outstanding debt in order to prepare for the overflow, correct?
Yes. If you don't know what you have, you would not know what to pay, when to pay. So if you have things jumbled all over the place, you would not know if you have 10,000 in total debt or 5,000 in total debt. You will neither know if if I have 5 debts, what is the lowest debt? What is the smallest one? So for people who have so many things to do, it's like doing the chores around the house. You see the bedroom is upside down, the kitchen, just two plates are on the sink. What I normally do is to just wash up those 2 dishes, and then I can go into the other areas that is more things to do. The same way, make baby steps, taking care of the smallest things first. So once you identify, I have 1, 2, 3, I have one debt for $500, I have one for $20,000, then I have another for $30,000. It would feel so exciting when you see that, oh, 0 balance. Even if it's that small 500, you will feel motivated to chop down slowly, one step by step. So it's good to pay off the smallest debt first. And of course, as I explained, everyone debt ratio is different. So for me, this is what was explained to me based on my debt to equity, based on my asset to liability ratio because I have more liabilities than asset.
Thank you. So, I mean, that is why it is good to meet an advisor, right?
Yes.
So do you think that the advisor will make me to understand that I should pay the lowest one, the lowest debt first? Do you think so?
Yes, they normally recommend, okay, for most of us, we're drowning in debt. And when you constantly see everything coming up before you, it is not encouraging to see the big debt. So once you pay off that little one, it's like you have a little tick, a little check mark.
Okay.
So it gives you motivation to keep it moving.
Okay. Thank you so much, Queen Miriam. I appreciate you. Well, stay tuned because we have a lot of people here. Hold on, please. Brand Ambassador Guyana, please unmute yourself and share us your excitement, or if you have any comment, please, we are here.
Thank you, ma'am. Give me a chance, this opportunity. Actually, I want to talk to Miriam, ma'am. Ma'am, I will need your help, and I needed a tax file about to IRS. So you are our great leader in this company. So I believe and trust to you. So I have a multiple account. So actually I am living in New York, Fulton Street between Franklin. So I think you are living in Bronx, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I need your office address, and please give me your WhatsApp number. I am Buddhist high priest. That means I am Buddhist monk. So I request you, I will need your help when I need it. We'll do the tax file. So I know about your background. Many times I was listening about your activities. So that's why I just hand raise here for talk to you. So
but
thank
what
you,
exactly, what is the question you wanted to ask?
So my question is, I will get an income from our company. So maybe we will get a 1099 form, right?
Right. So what you do, that's why it's important that you sit down with your tax person, the person who file your taxes. So sit down with that person, and they will explain to you when you get the 1099 at the end of the year what you should do. Right now, I guess you're working with someone, so you get a W-2, correct?
No, I don't need a W-2. I just question to you when I will need it tax to IRS. So
yes. So one question. Sorry to interrupt you. You've been filing taxes, right? So you have a tax accountant.
No, I don't have. I actually, as a Buddhist religious person, I have a non-profit ID. I was tax file as a low income as a non-profit ID.
Okay.
But when I involve here, maybe I will get more income, and so that's why I needed CPA. So you have a lot of experience, so that's why I need your help.
Okay. So I will send you my information in the chat in a little while, okay?
So, yeah. You know, ma'am, I believe you, I trust you because you are our great leader in this company. I am also brand ambassador, you also. So that's why I need your help.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Right now I am Virginia. Next month I will go back to New York.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Love you.
You are welcome.
Have a good day.
Ooh, brother Guyana, don't worry, she will help you. She will take care of you, right? She will. Yeah. Brand Ambassador Marie Pendy, could you please unmute yourself and share us your excitement or comment, please? Sister
Thank
Marie.
you. Yes. Hi, good evening, everyone. What a great webinar. I really enjoyed the presentation of Dr. Tanisha and Sister Mariam Edwards. I will touch base with you, Sister Mariam. I need some help from you in terms of resources, tax kind of things. I just wanted to ask, I just heard Sister Mariam presented the prioritization of how to go about solving or paying your debt. I just want to ask, what do you say when they advise people to go into all your debt and see if you can go for the high interest rate first to the low interest rate? What can you say, or how can you fare with this notion of trying to get rid of all the high interest rate debt as opposed to the smaller debt?
Okay, so when the money comes in, after you identify all your debts, then the advisor will say, okay, how much money, this is the amount of money you have now to pay down on some things. Then he will say, okay, there is a $500 one. Just clear that one off. So you no longer have to worry about that. Then he said, you have 4 debts or 3 debts that have high interest rate, 29%, 18%, and consistently. So what they'll do, because the highest interest rate will consistently add interest, because interest is accrued on the outstanding balance. So if you can pay off the smaller one, throw that out, then you pay down on the highest interest debt. So if there's one for 29% and you can pay a big sum on that, then the amount that is left, it would be the interest that will be accrued will be much less the next time you're ready to pay.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for
You're
the
welcome.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Mary, for your question. We appreciate you. Thank you, Queen Mariam, for answering. All right. Brand Ambassador Adrian, please unmute yourself and share us your excitement or comments, please.
Good night, everyone.
Good night and welcome.
I love the presentations, and mine is not really a question. It's just something in addition that I was told years ago when I was dealing with my debt. Take, for instance, based on what Miriam said, where you pay off the small one. If the small one was more than something that you paid more than once, what I was advised to do, the money that you use to pay off the small one first, when that is finished, you take that money and add it to one of the other debts and continue. So you make your payments a lot higher on the second one. So if that is the one with a higher interest, that will even be better for you. You're still paying the minimum payments on those, but when you pay off one debt, the money that you were using to pay off that debt, just add it to another debt instead of saying you have additional funds to spend. So you continue until you pay off all the debts altogether. So that's what I wanted to add to both presentations so people can pay off their debts a lot faster. Thank you.
Excellent, Adrian. That is excellent. So you see, he had his experience, and so he's adding to what was said. Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Adrian. We appreciate your comments. Brand Ambassador Queen Dr. Pat, please unmute yourself and share us your anything you want to share.
Yeah, I'm here with Dr. John and Sister Queen Miriam. Wonderful presentation. I'm really looking forward for my overflow. But I think Adrian started on the point, on the track that Dr. John wanted to add. I don't know, you want to say something?
Queen Mariam, excellent ideas. Thank you very much for that message. I think Brother Adrian actually teed up with the first point that I wanted to make. The excellent point you made that people should classify their debt. So whenever you find yourself in that situation, there are a couple of things that you need to get. Make sure that you find out your loan terms in terms of how much the minimum payment is, how much the interest rate is, and how much the outstanding balance, as well as the duration that you have for that loan, because those pieces of information will be very useful to help put a strategy in place. Normally, the best starting point, as Queen Miriam has said, is to get the smallest one out of the way. And when you do that, it gives you some sense of victory that you're clearing it. And as Brother Adrian said, the person that advised him really put him in the right way, because what we're saying is, don't forget about the other loans when you start paying the smaller debt. What you want to do is maybe do minimum payments for the other debts, and then whatever extra you have, focus on paying the first debt. Once you finish paying off that first debt, don't say, hey, I have extra money to spend. No, the strategy is to get out of trouble. So even if it was a $50 that you were using to pay off that loan, take it and add that $50 to the next loan that you're going to pay. And at that point, there's two strategies, as Queen Miriam has been saying. And it also links up with the question that Sister Mary Pendy asked, which is, once you've paid off the first loan, there are two strategies. Strategy number one is what they normally call the snowball method, which means you keep paying this next smaller one and paying up, taking the money, rolling it up, and it becomes a bigger payment. You pay the next one. What that typically does is that it reduces the time that you're going to pay your loan, but you may end up paying more in interest. So if your focus is to pay off your loan quicker, that's a different strategy. If the aim is to go and pay that loan so that you save yourself a lot of money in terms of interest, then it's what they call the avalanche strategy, which means you want to look at the one with the highest interest, because that's the one that is putting you the most interest. And what you do is take the money that you were using to loan that you have paid, payments that you're making for that high interest loan, and if you can get some extra money somewhere, add to that and pay that high interest loan as aggressively as possible. When you finish paying that one, please don't go living the lifestyle you used to do by just spending. What you want to do is take the money that you were paying the first two loans, add to the third one, and what you turn to see is that by the time you do the second, the third, you would have paid off those loans very fast. Obviously, if unpassive comes and you start having some monies, then you make it even faster. And once you have finished those payments, you need to then put yourself in some good financial discipline. Save first, pay yourself first, invest, and then you can go have fun. So some of those things we're going to talk about them along the way, but I just thought, even though we're driving, this is a very important topic, and I am so excited that we're sharing it, and I thought I should throw in a few more ideas. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. John and Dr. Patience. That is very, very true. And just to add something else to what you said, I know there's some of us at our job, if we have several debts that have high interest rates, we can, well, for me, I was instructed to borrow against my 401k. You take a loan, and then the loan from the 401k is like 5%, your 5% interest, comparing to 29% interest. So if you can borrow from your 401k to pay down those debts, then that will be even helpful. And then when unpassive money comes in, then you can just throw back that lump sum back on your 401k loan. Mark you, it's a loan. For some places you can get a loan. For others, it's not advisable to take money from the 401k because you will have penalties. But if you can get it as a loan, it would be even better because the loan is normally minimal interest, which is better than what you would be paying or, over with those 29% credit cards or whatever.
Yes, Queen Miriam, and that is a strategy I did at one time. Because when you take it, if you're allowed to borrow, as he said, don't withdraw, borrow, you'll be paying that from your paycheck. So you're paying back yourself anyway, but you'll be paying back to your 401k. And then now you take what is left to pay the other little loan. You are right there, Queen Miriam, and I did that because you are paying yourself back from your paycheck back to that 401k loan. So then now you have what you take home now to do your budgeting based on what Queen Miriam has taught us before. Especially when the interest is low. It's very an excellent way to get off rid of that 29% on credit cards. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Queen Miriam, your topic is good. Oh. People, we have problems too much. Anyway, Pastor Segan, he has some more information about the payment debt.
Good evening. Good evening, everybody. First, I want to acknowledge Dr. T, Queen Miriam, the moderators, and all those who have contributed. This is a great topic that it's really synchronizes to everyone, unless you're already a millionaire. And if you are, that's still always comparing your assets, to your debt ratio so you can stay solvent. All the advices and all the counsel are really, spot on and really appreciate it. I just wanted to add an experience I have that I think might help. Someone said to call the people you owe, to talk to them, to negotiate with them. I agree, but I'm thinking, what about the credit collectors? The guide I learned is when they call, do not take their call, but call the original company. Because here's what happened. Here's what I did. In New Jersey, we have different utilities, telephone company, cable company, and they compete. So if I have Comcast for 2 years, by the end of the first year, my amount would double. But if I cancel after that moment and I take on the other company, which is Verizon, right? I'll get a package, which will be like 1/3 what I'm paying currently. So I switch back and forth to save money. Each time you switch, there is probably a cost, something that hasn't been paid, or they say, send us all the packages that you have. You send them, they say we didn't receive it. So they charge you up to like $700. Now here's what happens. It affects your credit, but after about 6 months to 1 year, right? If it's not resettled, they file a tax return, the company, saying all these people owe us. And what IRS will say, okay, I'll give you a tax break on the amount of money that these people owe, which means by your taxes and my taxes, the money you owe, I owe, in those examples have been paid off. But at the same time, right, somebody in the company who is savvy will look at the numbers, right? and sell it to friendly corporate friends who have collection agencies. So they call you. Now, when they call you, the first thing they say is, "Oh, Sister Benny, we are calling you about the debt to a customer. It was to Verizon and it's $70. Do you acknowledge you $70 you owe them?" The first thing to say is, "I want to talk to you. I do not want these messages recorded." Once you say that, they will cut you off. Here's why they cut you off. Here's why they cut you off. The company you owe has gotten IRS to pay off by taking it off their taxes. So the money is paid off. If you call the company, they will tell you, "We can't talk to you. Go talk to the collection center." The reason they said that is because they know if they talk to you that you owe that money, IRS will get informed that it's double dealing. They don't want to get into those issues with IRS, double dealing. Once IRS has paid it off, they can call, but the credit agency can call you. So if they call you, they assume you are ignorant of the fact that through taxation, those money has been paid up as bad debt as early as 2 years. Since you don't know, they say, "Oh, I want to talk to you on the phone." You say, "Oh yes, go ahead." So they record the phone. They say, "Are you aware of so you have so you said yes, or you are aware you are owed this amount of money, you want to negotiate with you to pay half the amount and let go." Once you said yes, you've signed a new contract that you owe that amount of money. So they can go to any extent of even finding a lawsuit to get you paid. This is the collection agencies, not the people that owe. Dr. T and Sister Miriam said, "Call it the real people you owe." I agree, but the collection agencies are acting as a business agent that want to make money out of our ignorance. Do not take their call, and if you do, say, "Can I have this conversation unrecorded?" Once you said that, it will cut you out because they want to record it to take a new contract on that day that you agree that you owe them, not Verizon. You owe them because Verizon sold it to them a penny to a dollar. And now they own it and they want to make you sign through that phone conversation. From that moment, it reappears on your credit record. If you had waited 2 years long, not calling them, and you started doing things right, let me tell you, I can tell you 4 or 5 examples that happened. And my credit report went up because I never took the call. Each time I took the call, it comes down because now a new debt is seen as a new debt unpaid. So I just want to just put that in so that we use a lot of wisdom in taking those calls, or especially if you want to call like Sister Miriam, Dr. T said, the people you owe, of Verizon, maybe your school loan. But once you say, "Oh no, we can't deal with you," go talk to the collection agencies. You know that there's a game on. All right. I don't want to take too much of the time. I just love the contribution. I love the ideas that it's very beneficial to all of us. And I wanted to add my few cents based on the experience that I've had. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And that is right. That is why it's important. Just as how we have a primary care doctor, we need to have a financial doctor. So sit down with your financial advisor. If you want to call him your financial doctor, sit down with them so they can guide you into these things because they are aware of these things. Sit down with them and let them, they'll be able to direct you step by step that you either don't end up in those pitfalls, or they will guide you if you end up there.
Wow. Wow. Oh, this is awesome. Maybe because I owe a lot of money. Thank you, Pastor Sega. I'll make sure I don't pick up enough. I'll make sure I don't pick up phone calls.
You're not alone.
Hey, God.
Not alone.
Do you know my niece owe 500,000? I'm not lying. But Umpasi will help us.
Amen. Amen to that.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Pastor Segon, for your help, for your contribution. We love you. Thank you for coming. Yes, sir. Whew. Brand Ambassador Smith, please unmute yourself and share us your excitement or comment.
Hello, am I on?
Welcome, sir.
Good evening. I get on late. So the discussion that I'm hearing is about money. So I don't want to don't understand what is going on. So I'm going to ask a question for learning. Is anyone getting paid yet from Anpassy?
No. The answer is no.
So how we are discussing taxes?
Are preparing your mind. We are preparing ourselves.
My mind is already prepared. If that amount of money we're gonna get, that sounds good.
No, that.
Thank you, Brother Smith. The money is coming pretty soon. So.
And Brother Smith, we are not only talking about unpassive, but we're talking about just preparing ourselves for whatever windfall or preparing ourselves better for even investing in our work. Because once we have our debts and our assets, knowing where they are and how much they are, once we get our paycheck, we're able to pay down little by little until the big windfall comes.
Well, it's a good help to some, those who can't handle their money. It's a good help. I appreciate the thought that you guys come about with this evening. I will continue to listen and hoping for the soon day with Unpassive.
Could I just input a little bit here?
Certainly, Dr. Darren.
Because King Malchus raised a very great point. And people might think that having a lot of money mean that you're good. But having a lot of money don't mean you're good. Getting a lot of money don't mean you're good.
True.
All right. And so if your mindset, and that is what we are trying to do, Malchus, we are trying to prepare your mind properly, because if we recognize that 90% of people that win lotto, 90%, look at this, 90% of people that win lotto, within 2 months to a couple of years, they don't have nothing to show. Some of them end up in prison. Some of them end up dead. Some of them, no, it's not stupid. No. Hold on, Malchus. It's not stupid. It's because they didn't have the right mindset. Because if you don't have the right mindset, it's just unfortunate that you are going to believe that, you know, with all of this money, you are invincible. And it really doesn't work that way. So what we are trying to do here, Malchus, is to ensure that the mind is edified properly by these discussions and these presentations, so that we as Unpassivians don't fall in the same pitfall. I'll give you an example. Some years ago, a man won the Powerball. $314 million US dollars. All right. And in a few years, him child going to drugs, and him you know, broke and end up dead, and his wife left him, and him worse off after a few years than he was before he won the Powerball. So it's really important. Look at people like Wesley Snipes, big actor, making millions and millions of dollars. Okay, so we have to have the mindset properly in order to ensure that we go on the straight and narrow path. So yes, this is why we are doing this here on Deep Dive and also Dream Team on Sundays. This is why we are doing the mindset and these presentations to assist us, to prepare us for what is coming. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Derek. We appreciate your input. Brother Marcos, I believe you're satisfied at the moment. Thank you so much for coming. Brand Ambassador Sharon, could you please unmute yourself and share us your comment or excitement?
There we go. Here I am. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, everybody. Woo! You know, I'm excited. I can't believe today, what a day. What's today? Tuesday, May 20th. We'll never forget this day. It was such an amazing day. First of all, before
May
I get
16, May 16.
The 16th, Sharon.
Don't run it so quick, Sharon. I know you want the 20th to come so that you can see what is the next bomb to drop, but it's not the 20th yet.
I hear you. I'm so excited for the 20th of May too, because that's another big day for us. Okay, before I get started, Dr. T, Sister Miriam, what a great presentation. Thank you so much. A lady once told me a couple of years ago, baby steps until you make it. I was having a hard time getting it together and trying to figure out, you know, how to get all my paperwork done. She's like, even if you just get 2 hours a day done, Sharon, that's fine. Baby steps until you make it. Okay, back to today's webinar. Oh my God, what a great webinar. Today was amazing. When Brother Ash mentioned the $97, I was listening and I was just like, wow, oh my God. And then all the emojis started going up and it was just emoji heaven, emoji, emoji, emoji. And then all of a sudden I got logged out. It froze and I got kicked out. By the time I got back in, it didn't take me long, but when I got back in, I don't know what I missed. So I missed something and I hope I can hear tonight what I missed. But what I did get out of it is that he's given everybody back their $97, which is great. Mind you, that $97, I got my money's worth within the first webinar. It was the value of that $97. We can never, ever get that back. So that is great for people that need it right now to feed themselves or whatever they need it for. That's great. But if you don't need it, hang on to that $97. Put it towards one of your package. That would be the best thing that we could do with that $97. And then back to May 20th. Oh my God, are you excited? May 20th this weekend. It's going to be another big announcement, another big day. God knows.
Queen Sharon.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that. Let's just finish with Queen Miriam's presentation. And the next topic is for us to talk about that. Stay put. We have, Dr. Derek has quite a lot to share. And that is part of what we're going to do. So just so you know, that he's going to work on something regarding what you're just sharing now. If it's something related to what Queen Miriam has, you can proceed, please. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. No, all I was saying is the vision board that we get from Sister Marian and making sure that we know exactly what we need. We need to hear these things. We need to, because some things we think about, we know, and we're writing things down, trying to prepare ourselves. We need to speak to somebody. And we're not even sure who to speak to and what we're supposed to do and what's the next step. So it's great to have Sister Marian come out and give us some pointers and everybody just write them down. If you know it, great. If you don't, now you're learning something new. And I just want to say what a great, great presentation. And thank you for allowing me to speak. Back to you, Dr. Benny.
It's okay. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing.
It is.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Let's proceed. One more hand. Brand Ambassador, Brother Wilton, could you please unmute yourself and share us your comment or excitement?
Again, everyone, it's good to be here. Thanks for giving me the opportunity again to speak. Queen Miriam, you touched me earlier when you said in your nuggets that the things you write down is important, and the one you doesn't write down is not important. My wife writes everything down, and I'm always saying you're wasting the ink. However, I realize as I get older, I need those memories. I need those reminders. So you were speaking to me right then. That is key. It's very important that we write things down so we can go back and we can always have them handy. I have a question for you. For first-time business owners, who most of us are becoming, there's always saying get a financial advisor. What are some of the questions, like as for a first-time advisor, what are some of the questions that a first-time business owner could ask an advisor? You don't have to give a whole lot, maybe 2 or 3 would help, but we need to know which direction we go, because it's always say get an advisor. And we should have questions for them, not always listening to what they're always saying. Thanks.
So for first-time business owners, you can actually start with if you have a tax preparer who is not only a preparer, but a CPA, an enroll agent, you could start from there. Because because for some of us, we don't have the money yet to say speak to one of those advisors. Also, you have advisors in your local banks. They will sometimes give you information that is very helpful tips. So first you can start with your tax accountant. Then you can go to the bank and you can sit with them and just explain, okay, I have all of these debts. For most of us, some of us only have one bank. Others have several different banks or several investments. The bank will help you to some extent. So you will have the preliminary information. And then once you get the idea and money start rolling, then you can actually pay an advisor to actually structure things for you. But find the help that you can get without having to expend additional cash. So the bank is a good place to start. Because I know for some people, their tax person only do taxes. So after they file your taxes, you are not able to meet up with them for the rest of the year. They just file taxes. Others have a CPA who are very knowledgeable about tax matters, about financial matters, about money matters. So sit down with them and they can guide you.
If I could just re-ask the question. It was more to deal with being a business owner, a first-time business owner, not tax purposes, but just a business owner. What would be some of the questions I would can ask the person who I'm sitting on with about the unpassive business that I'm going to be embarking in? What would be some of the questions I could ask to prepare myself for this business that I'm embarking in?
Okay, one of the questions is if I'm getting an amount of money, do I need to pay estimate payments, estimate taxes? That's one. Because as business owners, you get all the money up front. So no taxes is taken out like a W-2 if you work for someone, if you work as a salaried employee. So that's one of the questions. Another question is, what do I need to do in order to keep records? Because I'll be getting money from my unpassive business. How do I structure things so I can have proper record keeping.
Nice. Perfect. Sounds good. I like that because I do a 1099, and oftentimes when I finish doing my tax, I still have question, but my CPA is not available, as you said. Once you finish, they're gone. You never see them until next year. So you're left in the dark. All right, who do I go to? And this good idea you say we could use the banks, but what I did, I since I started on passive, I opened up three different accounts in separate banks. And so what I did, I asked when I go for whatever transaction, I would ask, do you provide a financial advisor? Some banks said yes, some said no. So I'm planning, I'm making my groundwork so that when on passive starts, I know where I can go to get those professional help. So I just throw it out there, because there will be many first time owners, and you're gonna be left in the dark if you don't know where to go or what.
Excellent point. Excellent question. Thank you. At least, it broadens the scope even better. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Brother Wilton. We appreciate your comment and thank you so much for coming. Oh, Sister Lily. Actually, we do have a question here, but this one, I think we should do it. Okay. By Vin, Brand Ambassador Vin, I am managing 3 accounts. However, I am not able to, oh no, never mind. This is not for this. We'll talk later. Brand Ambassador Lily, please share us your comment.
Thank you, Dr. Benny.
Yes, please.
Hello to everyone. I just want to say to Dr. T, awesome presentation. This was my second time hearing it, and I enjoyed it just as if it was the first time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And Queen Miriam, I enjoyed yours the second time. It was awesome. Again, thank you very much. When you, Queen Miriam, and did your presentation, and Dr. John came back and added something to it, it reminded me, prior to doing what you all talked about tonight, before I moved to North Carolina, I was in Maryland. And I was on the finance committee at my church in Maryland, and members would come and ask for help. And one of the things that we put in place was, how long is this going to help you? Help you pay the light bill, for an example, one time. What's going to happen next month? So one of the things that we did, because the members respected me, I asked the pastor if I could talk to them before the church did anything. So my talk was to find out what kind of financial situation that they were in. So I would meet with them on a one-on-one. And what we would do is to write down everything that they owed. And then my question to them was, what on this list that you can do without and still be happy? So one lady said, well, I just want the church to help me. I don't want to talk about this. I said, well, let's just go through the process and let's see what happens at the end. She had just purchased 2 brand new cars. So I said to her, do you think it's fair for the church to pay your light bill when you have 2 vehicles and there are some people, members of the church, who's donating money to the church that do not have 1 vehicle? So in a word, long story short, we went through the process and we ended up saving over $800 that she could do without. So that meant the church didn't have to help her. And when we did that, and Dr. T, I thought about when you said celebrate the victory. We celebrated her victory by being able to save $800. And we had to keep a list. We had to do other things. It's interesting how your presentation and Queen Miriam's presentation just mimic each other in terms of what you said. So I just wanted to say that that, and then that's when we move to the step that you all talked about tonight. Now, what can we pay out? Which one we're gonna do first? Which one we're gonna do second? We're gonna roll the first one we pay out over to the second one and keep rolling the domino effect until we pay them out. So I just want to say again, great presentation, and I enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Awesome, Queen Lily Lane. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Queen Lillian. We appreciate you coming and we love you. All right. At this moment, I'm going to hand it over to Queen Debbie.
Wow. Queen Miriam, thank you so much. And thank you to all who had comments or questions for Queen Miriam and for Dr. T. At this stage, I just want to once more say thank you and welcome to our international and national brand ambassadors who joined, those from Malaysia, Singapore, Jamaica, and St. Martin. We welcome all of you. I'm sorry if I did not mention one of your islands or countries, but we welcome each and every one of you. Now, I know a lot of people have been waiting for this moment. Those who, for some reason, could not attend today's corporate webinar. At this point, I want to introduce to you Dr. Derek. He's been on his feet all day at the corporate webinar and all day here since we started. And he's that one person who is going to give us a summary of what happened at that wonderful. Okay, Dr. P, I see your hand is up. Dr. Patience?
Right. Yeah. Yes, this is the part I'm waiting for too, but are we going to continue live stream? Oh no, let me leave it to Dr. Dell. This is the part I'm waiting for as well. Right now, I'm going to stand on my head for this part. So Dr. D, be careful, you're going to deliver this part.
All right, don't stand on your head yet. Let us do it in reverse then, Queen Debbie.
Okay.
All right.
Let us take the excitement, and we can broadcast the excitement just to err on caution. Let us do the excitement first, so that we can get some excitement out there.
Yeah.
And then we do the updates.
Okay, so
Let us do the excitement.
Queen Sister Miriam, Sharon, who had your hand up earlier.
Oh.
Let me just introduce what we're going to talk about. This next section is about the $97, right? Now, if you are excited about what happened during the corporate webinar today, and you were offered, and you know you'll be getting your $97 plus the $10 that is currently on your wallet. What are your views? This is the time for comments about your views on what transpired during the corporate webinar today. So please, people, we're 226 of us here. And I know that Queen Sharon had her hand up. So after Dr. Patience, Queen Sharon, it'll be your turn, and anyone else, and each and every one of us who was at that corporate webinar. This is the time to share what you got from it. All right. Over to you, Sister Dr. P. It's your turn. Share your excitement with us, please. You're not muted, are you?
I am.
Oh,
fire, fire.
Let's see your picture now, standing on your head.
All right, hold on before Dr. Patience stand on our head and perform. Also, we're going to also cut out this little part and post it separately. So after you give out your heart about the 97 and any other thing about the presentation today, I want you also to thank Ash Mufari, right? Thank Ash Mufari, thank the tech team, thank whoever else you want to thank. And at the final part, write down this. I want you to say, enough respect to Ash and family, and big up the tech team, enough love. That is how you're going to close. Enough, N-U-F-F, respect to Ash and his family. Big up, B-I-G-U-P, big up the tech team, enough love. And that is what you are going to close. Whatever you are doing, that's what you're going to close with. All right? Let me say it again. Enough respect to Ash and his family. Big up the tech team. Enough love. All right? So, let me see the hands then start going up. Because remember, Ash Mufara want us to well, he said on ONET.
ONET.
So, right? But yes, we're going to do it. And that's where I want to put all of that video. So we want to do a nice video, you know, on YouTube, on ONET, etc. So let me see some hands going up and let us get the ball rolling. Thank you very much. Go ahead, Queen Debbie.
Thank you very much, Dr. Derek. You heard him. So keep popping your hands up.
All right. So
head over heels.
When you call me, I'll be ready.
You are ready, and you are born ready, like Dr. Derek. So, Dr. Patience, it's your turn.
Brother Shaggy wants to see me on my head, right?
Me too. Make sure you have on a pant.
Be careful what you ask for.
Make sure you have on a pant.
Does that matter already? That doesn't matter, right?
I'm closing my eyes.
All right, if you say so.
Oh boy.
All right. This is a moment. I have to come in majestically for this part. Okay? All right. Wow. I say wow.
That don't look like a pant to me.
I'll call Chris in the morning.
I did not see it.
There too.
You muted yourself and
muted herself.
What happened to her?
It's like she muted herself.
She's standing on her head, that's why.
She's speechless.
She's speechless.
You muted yourself.
Standing on her head, that's why.
What have you guys
That's what
done?
happens when you stand on your head. You meet yourself.
All right. Give me 1 minute, guys.
We're waiting.
Too many devices. You have to disconnect the audio on one.
I'm trying to do that, Dr. G.
Click the little arrow beside the microphone and click leave computer audio or leave device audio. The little arrow to the right of the microphone.
Too much suspension.
Come on now, Sister B. It is mind-blowing.
Too much suspension.
That's excitement right there. That's what happens when you're super excited.
She's putting on her pants or what?
Why don't we proceed with another person while waiting for her?
I was
Please.
just
Okay.
Yes, please.
Sister Bree. Let's go with Queen Ambassador Janet while our sister gets ready.
Can you guys see me?
Good evening, everyone.
You're not on your head.
Which one you did now?
I tried the head. I tried the head thing, wasn't working.
It
very
didn't
well.
work in.
Wow.
Can I speak?
Wow.
Sister Janet, just a moment of
Okay.
patience to
Is
finish.
Sister Janet ready to go? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Please. Let her
Yes,
just finish
Okay,
and then you
let her
proceed.
go and come after her then.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Go, Sister Janet.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. And thank you all. And I want to really thank Mr. Ash Mushfari for all that he has done for us and blessing us, and that we can also be a blessing to others. And I want to thank the tech team and just thank everyone that made this possible with Mr. Ash. So I just ask the Lord to bless them and to protect them. And I thank him from the bottom of my heart. Okay.
In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name, yes.
Thank you so much, Sister Janet. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you.
Thank you, Dr. Benny.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. As I was saying, the head thing did not work. I don't think I did a acrobatic at school. Wow. We have heard throughout the journey, if everybody has been listening on passive, our CEO keeps saying that we've been blessed to have a founder position for free. He said it so many times. That one, you'll be in green, but nobody phantom. What all of those things mean. Throughout my journey for me was November 2020. I don't know the exact day, November, I think it was around the 24th that I joined. And I've been hearing these words over the time. And today's meeting, he did not only walk the walk, he did not only walk the walk that he's been doing or talk the talk or whatever, he did it. He did it in a grand style. This is amazing. I remember when I joined, he said, I can give this thing for free. But if they open it free, people will just come and they'll not value it. He wanted us to value it. Even with that, he gave us still in our brains for free. What was $97 for some of us, but it was a lot for some of others. So when he says, I'm out to eradicate poverty, uplift humanity, the corruption to corruption, and we repeat this thing over and over and over again, he was not joking. When he said that I'm in record, I've not used $97 for anything, he was not joking. But we cannot phantom it. Even up to now, I cannot phantom it. So, enough love to Mr. Ash and his family. Big up to the tech team. I don't know if I got it right, Dr. Derek. But sometimes I get too much excitement. I feel just tired, like I just have to go and rest. That's how I felt, like a wind was taken out of me. I started thinking about all my family and friends from Cameroon especially, that came in because they trusted me, but had to work over months to come up with that $97 that some of us take it for granted. And they keep asking, how are we going to activate? Let's just trust God and trust the process. We have a CEO with a big heart, a CEO that says he's out to uplift humanity, a CEO that says he's out to eradicate poverty, a CEO that says he's out to correct corruption. He said it over and over again, on camera, on record. So there's something I just have to keep believing. Today, Dr. Derek, I don't know what to really say, but I just want to continue to thank Mr. Ash Bufara and his family for bringing this into the world, for taking their mantle. He said one time that this vision was given to him by somebody that's higher than him, the Almighty. But he accepted it. He carried it. He said, do it or die. Winner never quit, quitters don't win. He stayed true to that. I want to thank the COO for seeing his vision and working with him in that vision. And I want to thank his dream team that have done all the connections for him to come to this phase. We just say thank you, Mr. Ash Mufara. Word alone cannot express how we feel. There's no word that can express it. But we just want to continue to pray for you and your family, that the heart that has been given to you and you're carrying it, let God continue to guide your step as you move forward. Let it continue to grant you wisdom and continue to protect you and continue to give you the discernment to block out the noise, because some people were like, why is this guy doing this? Is he foolish? No, he's not. He was sent here for a purpose, and let you fulfill your purpose here on earth. We love you. You say you are our friend. We are your friend. You say you are our brother. You are our brother. Thank you, Brother Ash and family. Enough love. Big up to the tech team for developing a wonderful product, and enough love. I hope I got it right, Dr. Derek. Thank you. Let me shut up my mouth so everybody can say this excitement before I go on my head. Do you want to see me on my head? I don't think anybody.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody wants to see me because I don't have my pants on. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Wow, that was outstanding. Outstanding. Queen Dr. Benny.
Over to you, the queens. The hands are up.
Yes, yes, yes. All right. Thank you, Dr. P. We appreciate you.
It's past my bedtime. Can I say something?
Just go ahead, say it, and then you can go, please.
Thank you. Mr. Ash Mufari, I want to say a big thank you for coming to the decision you made and you announced today. There's a lot of people that talk, and talk is cheap. But when you talk big talk and you put a big actions to it, it separates you from the crowd. What you did today separates you from the crowd of will-be makers and shakers of this world. It means everything you've said from day one, you have stood by your word and you've put action behind it. It's a great step, because some of us have been looking for money to borrow to help people that we invited to join, knowing that overseas they will not have the money to even start. Now they have a little amount of money they can use to buy maybe one of the small, amount of, I don't know what price they would be, of the packages, a place to start. By doing this, you're giving such people a place to start. Those whom you have, through your inspiration, made us to even pay for their subscription, we now have that subscription, founders payment apply to their subscription payment. That's the great thing you have done. You've just created a whole new world that will enable such people to be able to stay on to the level where they can begin to profit. So I want to say thank you. Thank you to your family. Thank you to your mom. Thank you to your parents, your wife, your children, and all your loved ones. You are a blessing. You continue to be a blessing, and may God bless you. Enough love, enough holy love, and to the team in Hyderabad, great job. We love all of you, and we are in with you with no complaints, just sticking on until the day we launch. God bless you. God bless Passive and all the people that work from Passive, all the executives, and especially all the brand ambassadors. Again, Mr. Ash Mufarek, may God bless and protect you and preserve you. In the words of Numbers 6:23, may He continue to protect and preserve you, and just watch over your family. In Jesus' name, thank you, sir.
Amen. Okay, Sister Debbie, you want to go ahead?
Dr. Benny, I think you should. Your hand is raised, so you should, because I know you'll be exit. Sister Benny, you proceed.
Me? Okay, great. Wow. Guess what? It's mind blowing. That's it, right? Oh, yes. No, see, a lot of first of all, I want to take this moment to really, really thank our God. You guys don't know. You guys don't know. A lot of people, they don't know about this, our company. They don't know about our CEO, because the only CEO I know who loves humanity is Mr. Ash Mufare. Hey, I call him Brother Mr. Ash Mufare. You are the best. Remember when I stood during the let me stop right there. But our CEO stated that either I do or I die. The reason he stated this message is because he mentioned once that the force is talking to him. Have you guys noticed? He's not afraid of anybody. He's not. He knows that there's somebody protecting him. Our CEO is here to correct corruption. He is also here to eradicate poverty and to uplift humanity. There are a lot of brand ambassadors who have been crying. I'm not going to lie. I have Papa. Dr. Benny, how much are they going to pay? How much are we going to pay? I said, Papa, please calm down. The time is coming. Remember that God sent Mr. Ash to us. Just take it easy. Do you guys know that Papa was sitting right here when Mr. Ash was talking? Papa was here today. Papa called me downstairs and said I should come and open the door. He wants to listen to Mr. Ash. When he heard the message that he doesn't have to pay at the moment, that they will refund the money to us in order for us to take that particular money to purchase this solution. Papa sat here. Have you guys, he is 80 years old. The man was excited. Yes, I want to take this moment, Mr. Ash. Actually, I joined this on passive February of 2020. Paying only $97, people don't understand that $97 to me is okay, but to other people, it's a lot of money. But people don't understand the importance of this company. They don't. But they don't know that the time is coming that they will not only pay $97, they will pay more than that. But at this present moment, we really want to appreciate everything you have done to all of us. I want to thank our tech brothers and sisters, because you guys are spending sleepless night just to help, to make us happy. Hey, I need you guys to thank our COO, Brother Kamal. Thank you, Papa. Thank you, Brother Kamal, for everything you have done. You know, our CEO loves you so much. I also want to thank our CEO wife, his beautiful wife, his mommy, and the children. I also want to thank all the tech brothers and sisters, not only in Dubai, in Hyderabad, and guess what? In Egypt, Cairo. Thank you, Papa. Everybody is excited. It is mind-blowing. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks, Dr. Benny. All right, we have several hands up. And Sister Candler, you can go ahead and speak. Then you start taking the next hand from Brand Ambassador Barrington. Sister Candler.
Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, my. I need to stand up to be able to express my excitement because I can't contain it. I need to do it. Oh my goodness, Mr. Ash. Oh Lord. I still have goosebumps coming out of me like I am still in the meeting. I am still so emotional that I am trying to hold myself not to talk a lot, emulating what our CEO, Mr. Ash, said. Talk is cheap. Talk is easy. So he wants to stop talking. He wants us to stop talking. It is time for action. He has done his part. It is our time. The time has found us. Unpassive has found us. Our CEO, Mr. Ash, he will say, he that is greater in me, he that is in me is greater than he that is outside. That force that is in him has been his might, his strength, his courage, his conscience, his humanity. And today, he laid it bare to all of us. We are witnesses of that today. We saw it with our own eyes. We believed it today. Let the naysayers see what we have seen. Let the naysayers be transformed and believe what we have seen today, because it was not by an accident. In every generation, there is always one that is erected among us. Today, I truly believe our CEO, Mr. Ash, is one in our generation, one in our lifetime, that God has chosen and anointed and elevated among us. Brothers and sisters, kings and queens, to uplift all of us, humanity, which is our motto, uplifting humanity. It is not about your skin color. It is not about your ethnicity. It is not about your nationality. It is about our humanity. That we saw in him today. And he reached out to all of us. And for that, may God Almighty, the Supreme Being who has chosen him, be praised and glorified. And gratitude for his life, for his family, for his wife, for the tech team in Hyderabad, Egypt, for the dream team, Engineer Kamal, all our leaders, I want to express gratitude for everything that you've done, leading us to what we witnessed today. There will never be any other like this. And for that, I say thank you, our CEO, Mr. Ash, for being a witness this day and shall live to tell the story, because this history only happens once. And today was that day. It shall forever go down in history. The day that changed the world. The day that our CEO, Mr. Ash, changed the lives of millions and millions of human beings, millions and millions of people. I want to say, I thank you sincerely for listening to your purpose. And you are living it. You were called and chosen for this. And may he that is driving you continue to be your force every day as you lead us forward. We thank you, and I thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart, because I know my life, my family, and those that I have extended on passive to, their lives will be changed forever. Enough respect to Mr. Ash, his family. Big up to Tech Team. Enough love, enough love, enough love. I love you all, Mr. Ash. I love every one of you. I love my own passive family. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Queen Kanla. Hey, Jesus, we love you too. All right. Brand Ambassador Barrington, could you please unmute yourself and share us your excitement? Please.
Wow, I'm in the car. But let me say, Ash, God had to have touched Ash. Let me say, he has really took on a job to touch humanity in such a massive way that most of the time when I think about it, he brings me to tears. I said to myself, here is a man that decides to work a work for humanity that will cause blessings to ring out across the world. Wow. He took on the job and he didn't back up. Many times I thought he was really going a little crazy, stepping across the bounds, that much stuff he's trying to do. But I see what he's doing now and how powerful it is. This is going to shake this world. Thank him, for he has affected my life. And he's going to affect your life if he hasn't already. Let me tell you something. On passive, God had to ordain it. And I would like to say, let's cover Ash and his family under the blood of Jesus Christ, so that no harm can come to his family or this company. Because surely the enemy is going to try. Let me tell you, man. The domains that's going to be affected. Thank God for this. Thank God for not forgetting about me. Thank God for Ash. Thank God for you all who are here in this business, hanging on, marking time. But here we go. June 1st, the movement begins. Are you ready?
Yes.
Wow, let me say, have your way, God. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you so much, Brother Barrington. We appreciate you. Fire, 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 fire. Yeah. Queen Carla, could you please proceed?
Yes, Queen Dr. Benny.
Before Queen Kanla proceed, can I just say a quick word? We have 221 of us. Let's keep our comments to under 2 minutes. Maybe you can just write your message and highlight the most relevant points so that everyone gets the opportunity to say something. That would be great, as many people as possible. Otherwise, people will fall asleep and not get the opportunity to speak. So thank you so much. Back to you, Queen Kanla.
Thank you, Queen Sister Debbie. I will call now on Brand Ambassador Roseanne. Anna.
Yes, good evening, one and all, and much blessings and blessings and blessings, enough love. And tonight, I just want to let you know that we are talking all these things about Mr. Ashmafari, but I am telling you, Mr. Ashmafari is much more than a human being. He's the angel of God who God sent in the form of a human flesh to lift up humanity now. And I want to say, first of all, enough love, respect to the angel Ashmafari and his family. And I want to big up the tech team. And again, enough love. And I just want to let Mr. Ash know that without a vision, the people perish. And Mr. Ash come with a vision, and his vision is going to continue on for many, many generations, because whatever he's going to bless us with now, I am going to take mine and I am going to change the world, and I am going to help humanity and lift up humanity and be a part of his vision tonight. In Jesus' name, enough love and respect, enough love in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you, Queen Rosanna. I will call next on Brand Ambassador Gwen. Millions Gwen. Wow. The millions are on the way.
First of all, Mr. Ashman Farah has given us a gift as great as life. Not only life for us, but life to help other people. And we want to keep that foremost in our mind. We're here to lift up humanity the same way he lifted us up. Our spirits are soaring out of this world. I can't wait for Saturday. I'm too excited. We had so much good information, so much love, so much talent with these over 1 million that stuck with Ash in the beginning and are still present. We have to keep working in a positive way. We got to keep the business going. Got to keep the reels rolling. You got to stay fired up and you got to stay positive. We got to love one another to perfection. I'm excited, and I hope everybody else is too.
Thank you, Queen Ambassador Gwen. We appreciate you. Over to you, Queen Miriam.
$97. We have received much more than that already. And to be refunded the $97, it's quadruple what we have actually received. So this is a gift coming from a giver. Purpose makes you bold. I know, as someone who was ordained by God to change the course of humanity, to change the trajectory of our life, he was asked, who will go and lift up humanity? And he said, here am I. Ash said, here am I. send me. So purpose meets with passion. And when those two connect together, the sky is not the limit. Ash and his family has made an inroad in our lives, and it's our responsibility to lift up humanity because of the example that was set. Enough respect to Ash and your family. Sir, you have done what God has called you to do. Purpose is on your life. You have put together a team that is working in synergy. Big up the tech team in the different areas. Enough love. Enough love.
Enough love, Queen Miriam. Thank you so much. I will call now on Queen Ambassador Sandra. Please unmute yourself and share with us your excitement.
Mr. Ash, thank you. Who does this? It's history in the making. Wow. Enough respect to you and your family, the tech team. Big up to the tech team. So much love, respect. You've done such an awesome job. You've worked so hard in the process. I'm so thankful. Thank you. May God continue to bless you and help you to be strong to carry on this journey. Thank you so very much. We love you so much.
We love you too, Queen Sandra.
Thank you.
King Ambassador Momodu, please unmute yourself and share with us your excitement.
Good evening to all my beautiful and beloved brand ambassadors. I'm sorry, I was just in the middle of providing care, but I had to beg my resident to give me 1 minute. I just want to, first of all, thank you all for organizing this avenue for us to express our thanks and appreciation to somebody that God meant to make our lives purposeful and meaningful in this world. A man that never knew where I was born and who I am, but choose to make my life meaningful in this world. From October 26, 2020, when I became a founder of this noble company, I trust whom I first trust, Mr. Charles, because that's his voice I first heard when he talked about Mr. Ash. And the day I heard Mr. Ash spoke, I trusted him and I believed in him. And today, he just cemented the belief I have for him. I don't have nothing to say, though I'm busy, but I have to come and express my thanks and appreciation to him and his family and the tech team who has been so loyal and committed for us to achieve our God-given dreams. Thank you very much for allowing me to say something, and thank to all those who has been contributing since the day I became a founder onto this point. Thank you very much. God bless you, and God bless all your family.
Thank you, Brand Ambassador Momodu. I don't know what happened, but it looks like all the hands that were raised were brought down. I don't know if somebody brought them down, but you may need to raise your hand once again. All right, thank you. Brand Ambassador Irene, please go ahead and share with us your excitement.
Oh my God. You know, I was at work as usual, and I was listening in and out. I'll get on the elevator and I will cut off, and then I come out and don't even know where I am. But at least I heard that part of it, that we're refunding the $97. And initially I panicked. And then I was excited, and then I didn't know what to say. To cut a long talk short, because people have been talking and giving Mr. Ash praises, I can tell you, being a Christian and believing in God, I knew that when Ash was born, God had a plan for him. And God said, I will make you, Ash, a great nation. I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. And Mr. Ash heard that. He answered the call. He is doing it just as God commanded. And we can see, or we are beginning to see, the fruits. Look, I am so excited. I don't even know what to say, but I can say to all 210 of us here and many other brand ambassadors, you are just like the disciples that Jesus picked. So Mr. Ash picked you. And we are all together gonna join with him in that purpose that he answered. And we will be his eyes, his arms, his legs on the ground wherever we are located. And we will continue this blessing that he has bestowed upon us. The Lord blessed him and he's blessed us, and we are going to extend that blessing, so the blessing will be huge. And so with that said, I will say enough love to you, Mr. Ash, and respect to you and your family. Big up to the tech team. Thank you all so much for listening. I am so tired. I'm going to go to bed after I say this. Thank you all so much for listening. We are all blessed and highly favored by God Almighty. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Queen Sister Irene. Queen Sister Sharon, please proceed with your excitement.
Woohoo! Hello, everybody. Sharon Whedon from Toronto, Canada. Oh my God, let me get the date straight. May 15th. Yes? Woo! What a day.
You got it this time.
No, May,
May
it's not May
16th.
15th.
May 16th.
16.
Yeah, May 16th.
It's not the 20th yet? Oh my God. Anyway, I don't think I'll be able to sleep until the 20th, but today, what an amazing day. $97. Like I said before, I got my $97 worth the first webinar. I think it is amazing. Some people may think that Mr. Ash is crazy. A lot of people think he's crazy, but he is. But he's a good crazy. But who would do that? It's not just $97 we're getting back individually. It's over 4 million people that he's giving $97. Here's your 97, here's your 97 back. That's a lot of money coming out of Unpassive into our pockets. But he is just that big, wonderful man, wonderful human being that he was. But the only thing he should have did, he should have warned us. He should have warned us that this was a 2 boxes of Kleenex webinar. I never cried so much in all my life. I mean, happy tears. But even when people start crying, then Julie would come on. I just finished crying. I'm like, oh no, Julie, don't you start. Don't you start. Oh my God. I don't wear makeup that often, but I wanted to make sure that I was looking as cute as I could be for tonight's webinar. The makeup's very expensive in Canada, in Toronto especially. I don't know about anywhere else. So I was just like, oh, okay, don't ruin my makeup. Oh my God, cry. I was just so happy. But yes, I went through a lot of Kleenex. $97. What an amazing person. If you can afford to keep that $97 and put it towards your package, I recommend that's what you should do. That would probably be the best thing for us. Thank you so, so much. What was we supposed to say? Enough respect to Brother Ash and to Brother Macaulay, and also to Ash's family and Muhammad Macaulay, that is, and Ash's family and everybody else, all the staff out there. Also, enough love to the tech team, to all the on-passive staff, to all of you great leaders for all the information that you give us, and for every brand ambassador that stuck around here and stuck around for this big day. You know what kills me is that man. I would like to be the fly on the wall when that man, that text that Ash got today, you guys remember? Somebody asked for their $97 back. They didn't even hear the announcement that they were getting the $97 back. He is going to kick himself in the butt tomorrow. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Brother Ash. Thank you. We love you. Mwah. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Doing the happy dance. Woo! Back to you, Sister Debbie.
Thank you so much. Your joy is infectious. We appreciate it. Over to you, Queen Sister Leonie. Please share with us your excitement.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good evening, all brand ambassadors. I am very happy for the opportunity this evening to express my overwhelming joy and true happiness. This happiness that I am experiencing, wow, it compares to none. Mr. Ash Mufari, you continue to light up my world. Yes, and the world of all other brand ambassadors. You and your family, they are angels sent from God. You have been sent to the kingdom at such a time as this to impact this world in a very, very positive way. We love you, Mr. Ash. We truly love you. Not just you, but your entire family. So what do we say? What do we say to you, Mr. Ash? Enough respect to you and your family. Big up to your tech team. Whole heap of love and peace. We love you right out of Jamaica. Love you, love you, love you.
Enough love. Thank you so much, Queen Sister Leonie. Over to you, Brand Ambassador Theodore Williams. Please share with us your excitement.
Good evening, everyone. I want to apologize for my camera. It's not working, but I certainly believe you could hear my voice. And I just want to thank you guys, and I want to say good evening to everyone. And it's a great opportunity to even see that we come to this point, because we have come a long way, even as founders. To tell you the truth, I came across Passive back in 2018 in August. And you can imagine it wasn't an easy time, because with everybody so skeptical with what's going on, I listened to Ash tapes, and it was only one word came out after I listened to Ash tape, and it was the word integrity. I mean, I never met him before. I just heard him and I said, this guy got integrity. And guess what? I went straight back to the dictionary to make sure I understand the word integrity. And integrity, the word integrity says being honest with all people. And you know, this time I had to pay my $97. You say, well, if integrity means being honest with all people, I don't think I have a problem in sending $97 to this guy. And it was the best decision I ever made. I actually had to buy out people $97 because they change their mind. They don't want to do it again. They follow Google. And I literally pay them back for their money and take their account. And here we are today. It's an awesome time. And I just want to say, and we could go further because even when we started, it wasn't a presentation. Everybody looked as if I was crazy. I told some people, this guy integrity. One guy asked me, he said, you ever met this guy? I said, no, but I heard this guy. This guy has integrity. Could follow it. And I said, well, okay, that's fine. And so that's where the journey, and here we are today, 1.4 million. And it's amazing because it's when you got a vision and when you got a heart and when you could think for yourself, it's very important. You don't let people deter you. You trust someone, follow your dream and all this kind of stuff. And here we are today. And it's going to get better. And I just want to say thank you, enough love and respect to Mr. Ash and his family and the tech team. And we are on the journey together, and we are family, and we're gonna be a family forever. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you,
We
Brand
appreciate
Ambassador
you.
Theodore. I just want to remind us that we had several hands that were raised. I don't know what's going on, but then after one or two people speak, their hands will just disappear. I don't know if it's something going on, but and also to remind speakers, please, let's limit it to 2 minutes so that we can have as many people as possible to speak as well. And thank you so much, Queen Kanla, for all your support. And I'll call on Dr. Bennett to continue. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Queen Debbie. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Again, Queen Kanla, we love you so much for your support and acknowledgement. Yes, please. Brand Ambassador, Brother Hera, could you please unmute yourself and share us your excitement, please?
Yes. Greetings to all. And I want to say, wow, no news. I mean, all news. What I really want to try and say, news, good news is what we have received today. I want to say also that many lives have been extended just by the words that were spoken by Mr. Ash today, because it does something to one's spirit, one's soul. And many people have received their hope has been revived. Minds have been revived by what was uttered from the very generous heart of this man that had been chosen for such a time as this. So our hope is alive, our dream is alive, and kudos to the tech team, Mr. Kamal, enough love, respect to Mr. Ash and family and all those concerned. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Harold. We really appreciate you. Thank you for your support.
Yes, always here.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Bennett, there's a question in the chat, someone asking what this is all about. For just a clarification for those who just came in late when this segment of the webinar started, we're just appreciating and talking about your feelings after the CEO announced that you can get your $97 back that you paid to become a founder. In case you did not get that part of it, that's what it's all about. And Dr. Derek also suggested to write this down when you finish saying what you have to say. Enough respect to Ash and family. Big up the tech. Team enough love. So that's after your speech. Just a reminder, we're sorry if you missed that part of it. Now you got a little bit of what's going on. Back to you, Dr. Benny. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Debbie. I appreciate you. Brand Ambassador Dr. John, could you please unmute yourself and share us your excitement, please?
Okay,
Yeah, you're supposed to be laughing.
so bless me, Lord, indeed. So all the folks around me can have all the things they need. Oh my God, I've been on this journey of OnPassive for just over 2 years. And throughout, Ash has been giving us snippets of information. And every time he says it, he will say, if you understand, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know how many times our brother, our friend has said, my name is Ash. I am born to change your lives. Ash, you changed the lives of a little old and not so old people in all the four corners of the world today. You had once said, what would Mother Teresa do if she had the financial means? Today, during the announcement, I tried very hard not to be emotional because I'd been putting my thinking brain and trying to figure out how he was going to give away $100 million. And I thought maybe give it to us. But when the announcement was made, I remember writing in the chat there that, Mr. Ash, you have placed burning coals on our heads. Now it is our turn. So, as brand ambassadors, we have been on this journey, whether you've been there only for 1 year, we have gained more than $997. So getting $97 is just gravy on top of a big cake. So it is up to us now to reach out and use these blessings to bless those that we brought in and bless all the others that have actually followed us on this journey. We want to just express my personal thanks to everybody that has been on this mission. A lot of enough love and respect to Mr. Ash and his family for all you do, the sleepless nights, the abuses you receive, and yet you carry on this mission that is given to you from on high. And big up to the tech team that work 24 hours a day to make our lives better. Enough love to you, enough love to you, and to you, the brand ambassadors. Over to you, sisters.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. John. We love you so much as well. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your support. All right. Brand Ambassador who? Jackie Wana. Unmute yourself, please, and share us your excitement.
Greetings to all. Thank you, Dr. Benny. I'm excited. Are you excited? Yes, we are. We are excited. Mr. Ashmafari, you did it again. You always do it. You always bring it to the table. You are so amazing. Dr. Kamal, you are amazing. And most of all, Mr. Ashmafari's wife, she is the queen of it all. Because you know what? He said, his wife said, if you're going to do it for yourself, she's not going to stand behind him. But if you're going to do it for others, she will be right there with him. And that's exactly what he did. He listened to his wife and he took the mantle and he's carrying that mantle to the very end. Ashmafara, much love and respect unto you and your family. Much love and respect to the tech team in Hyderabad and Dubai and Egypt and Singapore, wherever they are. Y'all are amazing. We love you. We love you. We love you. And we are forever grateful unto you for the love you have shown unto us, giving us hope again. helping us to dream again, and helping us to live again, and most of all, to lift humanity up. Thank you so much. Back over to you, Dr. Betty.
Oh man, oh man. You know, we all love you too, man. Good job, good job. All right. Brand ambassador, our one and only Brother Vitel. Please unmute yourself and share us your excitement.
Thank you, Dr. B. Whoa, what a day. What a day, what a day. And I got 3 words: love, gratitude, and appreciation. And I'm going to be very short, but I must say, on behalf of my family, on behalf of my beloved sister that invited me into Unpassive, on behalf of the Smart family, entire Smart family, I want to say love, gratitude, and appreciation to Mr. Ash and his family and his team in Hyderabad and also in Dubai and Egypt. And for me, this is a call to action. It's simple. The mindset is now a call to action. And Mr. Ash has shown us who he is as a human being, who he is as a giver, who he is as a man with compassion and passion, and person who is determined to change the world and make it a better place. Now, brand ambassadors, it's a time for us, it's a call for action for all of us to step up to the plate and answer the call, because Mr. Ash is doing his part. And now it's time for us to step up, understand what our mission is. Our mission is to go out there and help him change the world, bless the world, and make it a better place. So I encourage all my fellow brand ambassadors to join with Mr. Ash and his team, answer the call to action, get together in whatever projects you have, in Bless or whatever projects you're working on. Let's work together to make it happen. Because what this man is doing for us is unbelievable. You heard what happened today, where most of the business ambassadors, most of the ambassadors on the call said, they would never have done it. No way. They would never have done it themselves if given the opportunity. We even have one brand ambassador who requested his money back. And when Mr. Ash, after Mr. Ash announced, he didn't know what was coming, and he requested his money back. And I'm just shaking my head and say, what a fool. Looking at him now and say, what a fool. So let's not be serious though. But I feel it for people who didn't believe, people who didn't believe in the dream that Ms. Ash had. And we are in a marathon. This is not a 100-yard sprint. This is a marathon we're on. And it's going to be a tough road ahead of us. But we have to all rise to the occasion and make Mr. Ash happy the way we are happy with him. So, Mr. Ash, God bless you, sir. God bless your family. God bless your mom who brought you into this world. God bless your wife. And I'll be praying for you. We'll be praying for you, because we know that the road is going to be bumpy. Not everybody likes what you're doing, honestly. And it's going to be a bumpy ride, but we have it's our call to action. We have 1.4 million soldiers marching behind you to make it happen. So, sir, lots of respect, lots of love, lots of blessing. I'm out. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Vitel. We all love you. Thank you for coming and thank you for your support.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Brand Ambassador Evelyn, could you please unmute yourself and share us your excitement?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I was overjoyed with Ash today and him gifting everyone. It was a true gift from the heart. My throat is bothering me, so I'm just going to say enough love to Ash and his family, and big up to the tech team and everybody that's involved. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a blessed evening, everyone.
Thank you so much, Queen Evelyn. Thank you for
You're
your
welcome.
support and your acknowledgement.
You're more than welcome.
Brand Ambassador Queen Janet, could you please unmute yourself and share us your excitement?
Good evening, everyone. I want to thank Mr. Ash and his family. And I want to big up Mr. Ash and also big up the tech team and everyone that is involved to make this possible. And I just want to thank him so much because of Mr. Ash and what they all have done. I can be a blessing to others. So I just want to say big up, big up, big up. And thank you, Mr. Ash. Fire! Thank you, Mr. Ash. Big up. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Queen
Thank you,
Janet.
Dr. Benny.
We love you too.
Love you too, sis, Dr. Benny. And everyone. Yeah.
All right. Brand Ambassador Brother Wade, could you please unmute yourself and share us your excitement?
Hi, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Yes, and I must say, I am really happy and for Mr. Hash, who came in just at the right time. It was never too early. It was never too late. And I must say, when I first got this invitation, I was a bit hesitant, but I am so happy that I give it a thought and I decide to come on board. You know, and after all the many critics that was said, I am so happy that I maintain my focus. And believe me, tonight, I must say I am happy I never gave up. And I join my statement with a writer that says, the race is not for the swift, neither the battle for the strong, but it is for those that can endure to the end. And those are the people that will be successful. And I'm so happy that I never look back. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Wade. We really appreciate you. Again, I want to thank you because you decided to stay as a brand ambassador. Thank you. Oh, Brother Jason, please unmute yourself and say it.
Hi, a pleasant night to you. How are you? And and all the Unpassive family, I'm so super excited. And I got a chance to view a little of the presentation today. However, I had some challenges with my internet, but I'm grateful for what was shared. I'm grateful for where we are now in Unpassive, and I can just continue to remain faithful, humble, and true to the call as we look forward to our great success to come.
Thank you, Brother Jason.
You're welcome.
Whoa. We appreciate you and we love you so much.
Thank you. I just wanted to say many, many thanks to Sir Ash for how much he is reaching out towards making our lives better and our family lives. And big up and thumbs up to him and his family.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes, please. Back to you, Queen Debbie. Queen Debbie, we do have a lot of people that have written their thanks and excitement, gratitude. So what do you think? I'll give it over to you, please.
You can just scroll through them and see you mark which ones we can read if there are several of them. And while you're doing that, I will say, since there are no other hands, I want to give my thanks.
You're muted.
Can't
hear you.
You didn't hear me?
No, you're muted. You gotta say it again.
Say it again.
Please.
I was muted.
Yes.
Yes,
say
we
it.
didn't hear much of it. So you say it again.
Oh, okay.
Something is not right.
You every time you say that, you get muted.
Yeah, it means they don't want me to do this, but I've got to do it because I was over the top. I'm not going to go head over heels because Dr. Patience tried unsuccessfully. But I just want to take this opportunity to thank our CEO, the most honorable Mr. Ash Mofari, for the blessing that he shared with us today. He has been sharing it, but today was just an outstanding day because of the $97 he refunded to us. And he did tell us, if you have just one account, that is good enough. You do not need more than one. And he said the best is still to come. I did not know what that best was until today, this Honorable Tuesday of May 16, 2023. That's when the bomb dropped. And I recall when I was blessed with this vision by one of us here on December 29th of 2020, and sky has been the limit. And I have no regrets. I just have blessings and blessings, not just to Mr. Ash for giving himself, sharing his time 24/7 and his vision with us, not just to him, but his family. And I will say enough respect to you, dear Mr. Ash, enough respect to your parents, enough respect to your wife, and blessings to your children, enough respect to all the tech pros in Hyderabad. We love you unconditionally. And we thank you for what you're doing for all the brand ambassadors and what you'll continue to do for us. Thank you again. And this time I'll make it brief so I'm not muted. Thank you. Back to you, Dr. Benny.
Wow. Yes. Oh, thank you so much, Queen Debbie. You know, anyway, we all love you. That's it. Brand Ambassador Wilton, could you please unmute yourself and share us your excitement?
Fire, 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 fire! Good night, everyone. Good night again. Mr. Ash, I'm going to speak to you directly, sir. I want to say thank you so much for remembering a young man that came from Jamaica with the mission to exceed the American dream. I was lost in the ruggles, not knowing that you were there to rescue me. I want to say thank you so much for lending your hand, reaching out so that I can be lifted up and I can once more lift my chin above everything that seems impossible. Tonight, I want to say to you, sir, you're a God-given gift to humanity. The day I saw you on the first video, I knew something special about you. Anyone that calls me a brother outside of my sibling is my lifetime brother. And you extend that to each and every one of us. You do not want accolades. You just want to be called a brother and a friend. And my mother always say, a good friend is better than the money you keep. Tonight, I want to say thank you, sir, for reaching out across the globe, extending your hands so that the many thousands, millions of us that lost our dream, that was dreaming, it's now a reality. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to say enough respect, sir. Big up to the tech team. Big up to the Unpassive world. The only thing we can do from now on is to look higher and higher. There's a song that say, it only takes a spark to keep the fire going. You have lit us on fire, sir. And tonight we just want to say thank you for all that you do for us and our family and for generations to come. Fire, fire, fire! Good night.
Good night, Brother Wilton. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for coming as well. Brand Ambassador Queen Rita, could you please unmute yourself and share us your excitement?
Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Good morning, afternoon, evening. It's a blessing day, really, today. And I want to say thank you to Dr. T and Brand Ambassador Miriam for the presentation. It's really beautiful, and I hope that we will keep doing that so that at least we can have that behavior of keeping up with the money, with love and humanity. I just want to say a little bit about Ash. Like I've been in Egypt 3 times, and I want to say a little bit about story between Sudan and Egypt. Sudan, before it's divided, we are one Sudan, and they're being considered as an Arab country. But after that, when it was being divided, then Northern Sudan is considered as an Arab world, and South Sudan is kind of towards East Africa. But still, Egypt is, they call themselves Arab Egyptians. No, African Arabs, Africans, something like that. Anyway, so if you remember today when Ash talked about like how many, all the people, like the group and the department refused, like they did not agree with him for giving this money back, but him and Muhammad Kamal, they're the only 2 that they agree that they have to give this money back to the founders. If you go to Egypt, this is exactly what you will see in Egyptians. They are giving people. If you go, like if you take a taxi or any bus, you are paying them like you want to pay, they will tell you, no, thank you. You can take it. Maybe you have a problem. Like they will offer it to you without them thinking twice. So that is something that is being built on them, that they love to give. If you're going on the street, if they're eating, they will give you, if just a bread, if it fell down, they will take this bread. They will take this bread. They call it ne'ma. They say that, God gave you food not to be thrown or not people to work on it. They will clean it. If somebody they will put it somewhere in a place where is visible for somebody who doesn't have food so that they can take it and eat. They don't leave food down at all. They don't, they are loving people. That is their nature. So this is just I want to say about Mofari. That is why, they carry, he still have that spirit because he's Egyptian. He is American Egyptian slave, but he still have that nature of giving. And if you see also Muhammad also agree totally with him because he's Egyptian. So that is their roots. That is their culture. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Queen Rita. We really appreciate you sharing about Egypt. Thank you. Okay. Queen Debbie?
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you all, dear brand ambassadors, and most of all the support that we've had from everyone who's spoken tonight, all the sweet accolades on our CEO. Thank you, Queen Kanla. Thank you, Dr. Benny. And there is one person who we haven't heard from tonight. And, oh, okay, I was going to call on Dr. Derek. Your hand is so dark, darker than you, and I can't even see.
Hold on, before Dr. Derek, right? Remember we were supposed to read something?
The
so
chat.
After Dr. Derek, then we can read the chat, right?
Yes, and then we'll go to the final version.
Yes, please.
No, let's do the chat, and then Dr. Derek will sum it up, please.
Certainly. Dr. Derek, do you mind?
He's flexible, don't worry. He's moldable wax.
All right. Queen Kanla.
Yes.
Could you please read Agnes?
Yes, for sure. All right. Brand Ambassador Agnes Ogo. Agnes Ogo, USA. Glory be to God in the highest, who sent the world another savior, Mr. Ash Mofare. Thanks so much, Mr. Ash Mofare, and all your family, the tech team, our COO, Mohammed Kamal, and all his media team. God will continue to bless all of you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Sister Sharon, read that one, please. I mean, it's better for all of us to read it because they would have raised their hands up. So please, Sister Sharon.
Yes, Sister Sharon says, thank you, Mr. Ash. Blessings to you and your family. Enough love to you, enough love to the tech team. Blessings. I love you all. God bless you.
Sister Antoinette.
Sister Antoinette, God bless you, Mr. Ash Mofare and his family. Enough love to them, great respect and honor to Mr. Ash Mofare. Great thank you to the tech team and media team and all those who have helped bring all of us to fruition. I can't see the other word. God has greatly blessed many people through Mr. Ash Mofare. You are a great example of how God wants us to live. You are a great example of how God wants us to live up mankind and draw all back to him. God bless Mr. Mofare and his family. Enough love.
Even though the iPhone, there's no name, but we should just read it as well. Please.
Awesome. Yes. I thank God for Mr. Ash. May God bless him and his family. Let us continue to pray for him and this business. This is the favor of God on us who have heard our cry and has come down to bless us. To God be the glory, great things he has done. Hallelujah.
Amen. Sister Patricia.
Brand Ambassador Patricia, Mr. Ash Mofare, I would like to thank you with this awesome vision. And I would like to tell all on perseverance that the wait is over, but still continue to be patient with this newborn baby where hiccups are concerned. May Almighty God continue to bless and favor you richly. Ash, we love you.
Please let me read this one. Dr. Ford, I thank God for Mr. Ash. Just think, I almost missed out on this opportunity. It was presented to me a few times and I wasn't interested. The last time my friend came to me with it, God told me to listen and do it. I thank God I was obedient. I give thanks to you, Mr. Ash, and his family, and enough love to all of you. Thank you to the tech team, the marketing team as well. You all are the best. Blessing. Sister Kanda, could you please continue with Gavi?
Okay, just give me, I lost track of where we were. Just let me find myself. Yes, Brand Ambassador Gavi. Thanks to Mr. Ash Mofare and his entire team for the awesome work that you have done. We are blessed to be a part of your vision. God bless Unpassive.
The last one, iPhone.
To God be the glory, great things he has done. So loved this world that he sent his son, Mr. Ash. I'm bubbling over. God bless all your wonderful hosts and co-hosts and all wonderful speakers. I digest every information that was presented to us.
All right, I'm going to take Rosalind. Brand Ambassador Rosalind, enough love to you, Mr. Ash, and your family, your tech team, as well as the leaders, Dr. Derek as well, you and others who are here for each and everyone. Thank you, everyone. Enough love. All right, Brand Ambassador Caroline, could you please unmute yourself and share us your excitement?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, please, proceed, please.
All right, I wasn't able to get on the webinar, but a fellow ambassador let me hear part of it. But anyway, it was totally awesome, the part I did hear. And I just want to say, I'm not going to be long. I just wanted to say enough love to Mr. Ash and his family, and enough love to all the tech teams all over, and God bless us all.
Thank you so much, Queen Caroline, for sharing. We really appreciate you, and thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Dr. Derek, one more for Merthelene. Thank you, Mr. Ash and family, also the great tech team. May God continue to bless always, every blessing with lots of love. All right, Dr. Derek, proceed, please.
Can we read from Brand Ambassador Alfred?
Proceed if you.
Yes, Alfred has one too.
Okay.
I will give thanks on Thursday. By then, I will have completely regained my voice to share my excitement. Thank you all.
Thank you to our CEO. This is from Moto Fast. Thank you to our CEO and his family, to Brother Kamal and the tech team. Dr. Derek, proceed, Papa.
Peace, blessings, enough, whole heap, plenty, a lot of love to everyone who has felt the gentle hands, the loving hands, the kind hands with heart of Ash Mufari, his entire family, the tech team, and we just want to thank you very much for all that you have done. This has been a catawampus experience that anyone on the planet has ever experienced. And we really appreciate you, Sir Ash Mufari. And so therefore, it is with unspeakable joy, with overwhelming feelings of love, that all of us are expressing the love that we have for you, the love that I have for you, the tech team, your family. Thank you very much, Ash Mufari. You are a man with a heart from God and no one else. Enough respect to Ash and his family. Big up the tech teams. And enough love. Thank you very much. Appreciate.
Oh, wow. Wow. Thank you, Dr. Derek. That rounds up this segment of our webinar tonight. And now wait for Dr. Derek to pause, and then we continue to the next segment. All right, and the next segment is...
No, close the YouTube properly.
All right. Okay, we have to thank our viewers who have been patient and sharing and listening and following us on YouTube. We love you dearly. You know what we're doing, right? Otherwise, we will not be ending here. So please, every Tuesday and Thursday, we're looking forward to seeing you here. We thank you. And just know that the love is unconditional. We'll see you again. Thank you and bye.